Hello again, everyone. My name is David Fratian, clinical hypnotherapist. It's very nice to be with you again today. Today's video is all about time management and mental house cleaning. Now, obviously, in our lives, we are constantly plagued by all kinds of priorities, tasks, projects, thoughts, worries, anxieties, and sometimes it can become very overbearing and cause unnecessary stress. So today I'd like to take you through a little exercise which I hope you'll find very useful in helping you to get a clearer outlook on your life. This particular technique was first devised by a gentleman called Evan Pagan, and I found it, in my life at least, to be extremely useful, and so I thought I would share it. First thing I need you to do is, if you're going to join in, is to get yourself a piece of paper and a pen. When you've got those resources, we'll continue. So please put me on pause and I'll join you shortly. Okay, so hopefully now you've got a piece of paper, you've got your pen, and I'd like you now to just to write down everything that's on your mind. Everything. It sounds like a lot of things that may or may not seem relevant, but whatever you're thinking about, whatever worries you, whatever you're anxious about, whatever you think you have to get completed by a certain deadline, whether you're thinking about something for college or it's some work project, please write everything down. Now, this may take a few minutes. I would suggest probably about 15 minutes would be reasonable. So please again put me on pause, spend that 15 minutes, and I'll join you shortly. Okay, so now you should have quite a lengthy list, and you'll be quite surprised how long that list can be sometimes. Well, right now, your only job is to take that pen of yours and to put a tick by everything on your list that is out of your control. So no matter how much you think about it, you know you have no control over it. Please put a tick by it. And then when you go through the list again, please put a star by everything that you can control. So simply a tick by everything you can't control and a star by everything you can. Again, it may take a couple of minutes. Put me on pause and I'll join you shortly. Okay, so now what we should have is two very distinct categories. Now, the things that are now out of your control, I'd like you to choose to subconsciously release. Now, you can use a number of methods for doing this, but one of the most effective methods is known as the Sedona method. And what you can do here is simply ask yourself 3 questions. Could I, looking at whatever it is you're looking on your list with a little tick by it, could I let this thing go? You can answer with either yes or no. If you choose to say yes, that's fine. If you choose to say no, for now, that's fine too. But then ask yourself the second question. Would you let it go if you realized that you could let it go and feel better about it? And know that at the end of the day, because this is out of your control, this is something you would let go. And the final question is, when would you do that? If you're going to let go of it, when exactly would you choose to let it go? And most of the time, the answer is, well, I'd let it go now, because there's no point hanging on to it. So if you go down your entire list and ask yourself those questions, could I let this go? Would I let it go? And when? You should find very quickly you declutter all of those unnecessary worries and anxieties that you have no control over. But then you'll be left with all the starred things. And it's these starred things which now you can break down into tasks. Maybe tasks or projects, maybe things that need to be completed, which you now can prioritize in terms of importance and urgency. And here we bring in yet another tool, the tool called the time management matrix. And what you can see on your screen right now is a matrix clearly defining importance against urgency. Okay? And as you can see, there are 4 different quadrants. Things which you consider to be important and urgent, things that you consider to be important but not urgent, things that you can see which are urgent and not important, and so on and so forth. And you can literally have those 4 quadrants as your if you like, your guide now to where those starred things that you've put on your paper can go. So I'd like you to take a few moments to draw the grid and put me on pause, and we'll come back in a moment. Okay, so hopefully you've got a nice clear grid. You know what each of those quadrants means, maybe put a little label next to each one. And now take those starred items and begin to prioritize them in terms of urgency and importance. And what you should find then is you are getting a much clearer idea of the things that you can control and things which are important to you. This is a very powerful way of decluttering that mental warehouse of yours. And I like to refer to this as the mental house cleaning process, because that's exactly what it is. This should allow you to de-stress, should allow you to be more efficient, more productive, and generally to, go through your day with maybe a smile on your face and not feel constantly overburdened by thoughts and ideas which you ultimately can't do anything about. But the ones you can do something about, I hope that's been useful to you, and I look forward to producing further videos of this nature in the future. If you have liked this, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, where you'll find other videos, not just to do with this kind of thing, but also meditations and hypnotherapy. And I look forward to joining you again very soon. My name's David Fratian, clinical hypnotherapist. Speak to you again soon. Bye for now.